Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, begins with a Weather Watch alert.
Well, the storms are here, and they're already bringing showers and rumbles of thunder to parts of the state. Thanks for joining us here on the News at 10. I'm Sarah Sanchez.
And I'm Bridget Bjorla. We've been on a weather watch alert for several hours now. Today was hot and humid, and now it's time for another round of those summer storms.
Already much of the state's under some sort of warning. We have to send things right over to Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. So, Rachel, what are we seeing so far out there?
These storms are flying through. They're moving to the east at about 50 miles an hour. Back behind the line, the severe weather threat is already over for you in Waterbury and Danbury. You're in it right now in Hartford and eastern Connecticut and southeastern Connecticut. I think nobody will be spared from this line as it comes through. And it does have a history of producing damaging winds, locally heavy rain, and very vivid lightning out there. So falling asleep to the sounds of the rainforest. Severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect now for Hartford, New Haven, Middlesex, and a little part of New London County as well. This is probably the worst part of the storm here right now, moving through Simsbury, moving through New Hartford, moving to the northeast at about, as I mentioned, 50 miles an hour. So heading towards Windsor Locks in about 10 minutes or so, and Enfield at about 10:20. Timing out the rest of this line, it may make it all the way to Tolland as we head towards 10:20. In southern Connecticut or south of Hartford, we've got this rain extending down through Meriden and also Guilford. And we'll time out this part of the line for you heading into Colchester as we head closer to 10:20 and Windham at about 10:34. So we've got a ways to go before this moves out. After it does, we'll see another round of rain come through overnight tonight. So we're not completely out of the woods in terms of rain, but the severe weather threat will be over after this line pushes east. A couple of wind damage reports have come in, one in Thomaston, trees down across the road, and the fire department is en route. That is there in Thomaston. We've got another one coming in from New Milford. Large tree down, blocking the roadway. The fire department has been dispatched to the scene, and we've got more that are coming in across the state. A severe thunderstorm watch in effect until midnight, but that might get canceled early as this line progresses farther east. Temperatures in the 70s. It's humid. Once we get these through, we'll see some lingering rain, rumbles of thunder through about daybreak, and then Thursday is looking much better. We'll talk more about it. Your full forecast coming up.
Wow, that storm is moving quickly. Thank you, Rachel. Whatever severe weather happens in your area, you can count on Fox 61 and our Weather Watch team to keep you informed and prepared. Download the free Fox 61 News app to track severe weather and get alerts when you need them the most.
Developing out of Hartford tonight, police are investigating a potential kidnapping on Jefferson Street. They got a call reporting a woman was being held against her will. Police say they were told the woman was kidnapped right outside of Hartford, but later brought to that address. You're looking at the area where this happened on the map on your screen here. Now, thankfully, police say the person was located, is safe tonight. We're working now to get more details.
A second person has died after a crash that had already killed a woman crossing a street. 34-year-old Nicholas Creco of Bristol died yesterday, 24 hours after the death of 37-year-old Faye Clarity. Both were in the crosswalk at Pine and Emmett Streets. They were hit by a car on Monday. The driver, 25-year-old Carly Patterson, is said to be cooperating with police.
A Bethany man was arrested yesterday on 4 active warrants. State police say it's following an extensive sexual assault allegation. 24-year-old Anthony Mastrangelo has 9 charges, 3 for risk of injury to a minor, 1 charge of illegal sexual contact of a victim under the age of 16 years old, and 5 for sexual assault. State police allege several incidents took place while he was working as an intern at a Bethany Parks and Rec after-school program. He's out on a $500,000 bond and will appear in court next month.
For the first time this year, mosquitoes have tested positive for West Nile virus. The state of Connecticut Mosquito Management Program says they trapped the bugs in New Haven this month. This is considered the earliest detection of the virus in the last 25 years in our state. They're reminding everyone to take the proper precautions. If you are outside between dusk and dawn, wear long sleeves, long pants, long socks, and use mosquito repellent while outdoors. More UConn players are heading to the NBA. The first round of the draft was tonight in Brooklyn, and 2 Huskies heard their names called.
A very exciting night. Fox 61 sports director Jonah Karp is in studio now with more on the pair of UConn players taking their talents to the next level. So drum roll, take it away, Jonah.
What a fun night, guys. It was no surprise that 2 UConn players were selected in the first round of the NBA draft. The question was, where would they be going? We got our first answer at number 4 overall. Stephon Castle, the freshman sensation on last year's Huskies team, is heading to the San Antonio Spurs.
With the 4th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Stephon Castle from the University of Connecticut.
A life-changing moment for a guy who helped make Huskies history. Steph came in as a 5-star recruit and in his freshman year started on a title team. The Spurs are getting a 6'6" guard with defensive skills beyond his years and a guy who's dynamic and explosive if you give him a lane to the rim.
This guy, when you look at fit right there, the Spurs value winning, they value workers, they value championships, and this is just the perfect player for them to draft. For what they do with that organization, this guy is just scratching the surface.
Piggybacking off of Coach Hurley there, the Spurs are getting a shutdown defender and a winner. Excited to see Steph in San Antonio. And a few picks later, Donovan Clingan learned his fate. The Portland Trail Blazers drafted Clingan with the number 7 pick. More on him coming up a little bit later in the show. Bridget, Sarah?